There you go, Drewy. You going,
Hey,
Drew?
good, buddy.
3, 2,
How are you?
record. Like quick, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
It's a surprise. Yeah, Drewy?
Yes. Yeah, very good.
So I thought I'd capture the surprise that Grovesy's here.
Awesome. Good to see you, Grovesy.
Guest
Good
speaker,
to see you too, Drewy.
legend,
How are you?
AFL Genius.
Absolutely, he is. No doubt about it.
And
Don't know if I go that
good.
far. Anyway,
Genius. Drewy, genius. And I know, Drewy, we were planning on doing right now the Floyd and Mayweather, you know.
Yeah.
I
But
got-
we're doing the AFL.
Let's do it, you know, we can do it after
Yep.
this podcast, you know.
Yep.
Floyd and Mayweather, number 2. Grosy, you can
Yep.
join for that if you want, but I just thought a bit of a surprise. You know, surprises don't happen these days, do they? So surprise.
No.
We're going to talk about AFL 2026 predictions, you know?
Sounds good. Awesome.
I thought you
Bring
liked
it on.
Drewy. Yeah.
Yeah, bloody good. Yeah, no, not bad at all. Very
Can you
good.
bring the camera down,
Oh.
seeing like about that much space above your head?
Who,
for
me?
me,
Yeah,
Neil.
Which
Okay.
one of us?
yeah, that's
Right.
better.
Is
Yeah.
that?
All right. AFL 2026 predictions and news. And the big news, Drewy, is they've got this wild card draw with the
Have we already started the podcast? Just to
I've
just
hit-
ask.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yep. Continue.
Drewy, you didn't do welcome to the
No, that's okay. Continue. I don't need to.
yeah. Okay.
No, I like it when you do that intro.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
Let's do the intro and start it
all
from
right.
now. Yeah.
Hi.
Wait. 3, 2, 1.
Hi, buddies. ×2. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the podcast that doesn't kick goals, it kicks behinds.
Yeah, we do.
So there you go. That's very underwhelming, but this is what we got at the Red Hot Underdogs. Without further ado, let's rip off this AFL 2026 predictions episode.
Yep.
Ask some questions, get the ball rolling. Mr. Jules and Professor Groves.
Professor. Yep. I was just going to say
Professor is back.
we don't kick ass. We get our ass kicked every week.
Correct. So what are we going to do? Are we going to do like predictions about where they're going to finish in the regular season?
Yeah. No,
All right.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. And news. But Grosy, did you want to start with that big news about the what's it called? The
The
new-
wild card round.
Know about this, Drewy?
I'm about to.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so
Good
previously we used to have a bye for the normal final series started in the AFL, but this year the AFL is introducing a top 10. So basically what that's going to mean is that in the round before the normal final series would start, it's going to be called a wild card round, and it's going to be 7 plays 10 and 8 plays 9. And the 2 winners of those games then go through to play in the normal top 8 final series from then on. So it's basically
Wow.
a top 10. It's a top 10 this year. So 10 out of 18 teams. So basically over half the teams have a chance to make finals
18.
Yeah.
out of 18 teams.
Well, more than half.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah, more than
I'm
half. Yeah.
actually amazed, and guess what? I absolutely hate the idea.
Oh,
I know it was tossed around in the rugby league some time ago. It's obviously been tossed around in the AFL. It's actually happening now, much
It
to
is
my
happening.
surprise. And I
Yeah.
absolutely hate it because
Oh.
it rewards mediocrity. As far as I'm concerned, if you finish outside the top 8 in any given year, you do not deserve a shot at being in the semi-finals. Just my 2 cents.
Well, it used to be.
My 2 cents.
Yeah.
My 2 cents is I love it
Yeah.
because I think my team's going to finish around 9th and 10th.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I say that.
It gives
Yeah.
more people a shot at the cherry. Is that
Yeah.
a bite at the cherry, a shot at the finals?
Yeah, bite at the cherry. That'll do. Yeah.
Yeah, like I do get what you're saying, Drew. I think it is a little bit of a money grab. I think from the AFL to
No, it
to
is.
fill that period where there's nothing on.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I
I
was saying to
just
Jules
think
that
if you're 10th, yeah.
like
Go,
if 10
keep
teams
going,
up
sorry.
winning, if I think it does give teams that have a bad injury run throughout the year a potential chance at the end of a season if they're hitting the form at the right time, an opportunity. But I do know what you're saying because it should be based on the whole season and it shouldn't, be a crap team. And injuries is a part of luck, which is that's sport. So
Yeah.
I know what you're saying as well.
Yeah.
But
I just think that, regardless, I think if you're 10th or 9th, and just my opinion, I won't try and change anyone's opinion. It's only mine, and everyone's got the right to their own. But if you're 10th or 9th, you don't deserve to be in the semis in any way, shape, or form. But that's okay.
Yeah, the team that gets first and the team that gets 10th, 10th have won a quarter what first have,
But I guess the other thing that's going to change is that it's going to be beneficial to finish in the top 6. So instead of the top 4, it's actually going to be beneficial to finish top 6 because you're going to get that week off, whereas 7 through to 10 won't get that week off.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to win a premiership. You're going to have to win 5 games, which it's probably time will tell, but that's going to be a very hard run to win 5 games in a row.
Yeah,
whereas all the other teams are going to get that week off. So.
Yeah, anyone in the wild card round has got Buckley's chance, Snowflake's chance in hell of winning the whole thing. So, but
unless
anyway,
they've had a bad injury run and they've got a good team, they've just had bad injuries and they hit form at the right time. That would be the only time I'd reckon they could come up and maybe win it.
Harder for 7th and 8th to make it now because 7th and 8th.
It is. Yeah. Because they've got to play 5 games. So. Well.
That's an interesting initiative to say the least. So maybe we should crack on with your predictions. Should we start at lowest to highest or highest
I can
to lowest?
Drewy
said he doesn't
like it. Drewy said he doesn't like it. I'd just like to hear if Grovesy likes it or not. Is that okay?
Well, I like it because I think my team, Collingwood's going to finish between 7th and 10th. So if your team's a mid-range team, then you're going to love it because it actually gives you a chance. And
it's more finals footy. Everybody wins, Yeah. Everybody.
I guess one part that I do like is it means that some of the games towards the end of the year are going to mean more rather than just, crappy games that no one cares about because they might have an implication for you to get into that
top 6,
into that 9th or 10th spot.
Yeah.
For these mid-range teams.
And top 6.
Top 6. Yeah, top 6 is a goal to get to because you're going to get that week off.
Yeah.
So,
good thing, Drewy. You're wrong.
But I don't know. I think time will tell because
no one's going to work me. Nobody is going to work me around. But that being said, if the Swans finish 10th and end up in the semis, I won't be complaining. I won't be complaining, but I won't necessarily agree with it either. So that's my stance.
Okay.
So,
that's good. 1 to 18. Is that right, Grovesy?
I can go from the bottom 4 if you want first.
No, I reckon, Drewy, I reckon 1 to 18.
Or 1 to 18? Okay. All right. Well.
All right. Yeah. Starting at number 1, what do you have coming at number 1?
I have Gold Coast Suns, number 1.
Wow. Oh, what?
Okay.
No, reason being, they've recruited.
Hang on, wait. We need just to breathe a bit. Hang on.
So do I. I need a defibrillator. Anyway, continue.
Has Gold Coast ever won?
No, I want to hear him.
Yeah.
I want to hear him.
Yeah.
So they've just recruited. They've got 2 gun recruits this year. Okay. They've just recruited Christian Petracca, one of the best midfielders of the last 5 years. And they've added that to Noah Anderson, Matt Rowell, who just won a Brownlow. And they've got Jamara Ugle-Hagan, who's the number 1 draft pick. That was from the Western Bulldogs. They've got him for stuff all. And they've got that many top quality, top 10 draft picks from the last 5 years. I just think they're absolutely primed to finish top 4 and more than likely first because they're going to play a lot of home games at the Gold Coast. And they lost their first final this year. Or they lost 2 finals, I think it was. They might have won one, lost one. Last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just think they've got a great coach. They're building a great culture, and I think they're primed. I think they're ready to go. They're very talented list.
Is it the first time someone's ever predicted Gold Coast to win a premiership
Very good.
in anything?
I'm being controversial. There you go.
I'm still on the giggle gas after that prediction, but who am I to say it's wrong? Because the Professor Groves knows more about AFL than what I ever will, so I defer to your knowledge.
And
What do you have coming in at number 2?
who are the Gold Coast?
Number two.
Yeah.
Number 2, I have Swans. Sydney Swans.
Wow.
Number 2.
Okay.
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 So, reason.
Are you doing comedy part time, or are these predictions?
Yeah.
No, these predictions.
No, I like it. I'm a Swan supporter, so I like it. Continue.
Grand
So,
final.
reason being is you've basically got a completely new recruit, which is Errol Gulden, who is probably the top 5 players in the league, in my opinion. He's coming back. He didn't play at all. Well, he might have played 2 or 3 games last year. He was injured a lot. And you've recruited Charlie Curnow, who I think is the missing piece for the Swans up forward.
That was a big in.
He's going to be an absolute gun for the Swans, and that small ground at the SCG is going to suit him to an absolute T. His ball's going to come in very, very quickly, and he's a great mark. He's a great kick for goal, great contested player. So it's just set up for them to have, barring injuries, they're set up to have a great year again as well. Plus, you got Logan McDonald, who I think they'll probably move down back, even though he was recruited as a forward. I think they'll, that's what I'd do with him anyway. I'd put him down back because he could be a very good tall defender for the Swans, and that's somewhere where they're lacking. And I just think they've been so good over the last few years, and they had a bad injury interrupted year last year. I think they're ready to rebound.
I love that prediction, and I can still hear and feel the Carlton supporters crying about losing Charlie Curnow.
And I want Curnow to go really well because I hate Carlton.
Beautiful. Coming in at number 3.
Number 3, I can't go past Brisbane Lions. They've been in the last 3 grand finals, and their list is absolute quality. And I can't see them not finishing top 4 again. Once again, barring any disastrous injury runs. I guess the Lachie Neale saga might hang over him a little bit because he was a naughty boy.
Sticking his Todger in the wrong place. He was the wrong kind of inside 50. Yes.
Yes. But that sort of stuff can ruin culture a little bit, I think, when you get players doing that stuff. But anyway, time will tell. But look, they've still got an absolute gun of a team. They've got the Ashcroft boys who are only, I don't know, what are they, 19, 20, and they've played in 3 grand finals, won Norm Smiths, just ridiculous. Like, they've just got that much talent. It's not funny. It's actually scary.
You haven't even said a Victorian side yet.
No,
and I'm loving it.
Yeah. So
Beautiful.
I'll tell you who's won. Aussie Rules has won.
Correct.
Yeah.
They'd love
well,
final. They'd love this so far. The whole of Aussie Rules needs to watch and listen to you, Grovesy. They're going to love you.
Yeah.
Aussie Rules.
Yeah.
AFL.
You know, the biggest present I want for Victoria is a Sydney versus a Greater Western Sydney grand final. Anyway,
well,
Sydney
I think it's going to be an interstate grand final this year. That's my prediction anyway.
Gold Coast. That is even better, Drewy.
Beautiful. That would be good.
It really is. All right.
Coming in at number 4, or do you want to continue on these ones?
Oh, no,
I'm done with Brisbane. Yeah, so number four, I think Adelaide Crows.
Finished 4. No Victoria.
No Victorian teams in the top 4.
Jesus.
That's my prediction.
I love it.
As much as I hate to say it, but I just
very good.
Looking at their list, I think once again Adelaide, a little bit like Gold Coast, they had a great year last year. They finished first, went out in straight sets, but a team will learn a lot from that. They'll be hungrier. Their midfield will be a little bit older. They've still got Tex Walker as the veteran to be their leader in the forward line, and they're stacked with talent as well. So I just think they're ready and raring to go. Their age profile is really good. And their list, barring injuries, once again, is just looks primed to go.
Okay.
I actually like that pick. I think it's a good robust pick because despite the fact that some of their semi-finals credentials might be a little early on the season, which we are, I think that that's a good solid pick that a lot of people will have Adelaide in the 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then moving on to number 5 is Fremantle. So my first 5 picks are non-Victorian teams, believe it or not.
Excellent. Very good. Fantastic.
It really pains me to say it.
I'm looking forward to West Coast being at 6.
No, West Coast definitely won't be at 6. So Fremantle, once again, they got gun midfields. Gun midfielders. They got Jai Amos, who I think will be a breakout player. The guy he just can't. He's such a sharp shooter. They've got a great midfield, Caleb Sarong, Brayshaw, those types of players. They're just going to get better and better. They've recruited one of Collingwood's players, old Mason Cox, but I actually think he's going to add a little bit to them because he's a tall guy, and he's going to be probably their second or third ruck. But I think that'll allow guys like what's his name? I can't think of the Fremantle ruckman, Luke someone. Anyway, it'll free him up to play more in the forward line, I think. So,
it'll be actually kind of weird seeing Cox in a purple jersey for once.
Yeah. But I think he's going to actually be, real beneficial for him because it's going to
pretty good buy.
That. Yeah, good cheap buy, for a couple of years. See how it goes.
How old is he now?
So then,
how old's Cox now?
I'd be 34, 35.
Oh yeah. So
yeah.
He's on his.
He's getting on. He's probably got 1-2 years. He got into the list via the supplementary list. So he's beyond minimum wage type thing. But if he plays games, he's going to make money still. So
yeah.
So then number 6, I've got the Western Bulldogs, and my first Victorian team.
Only
Western Bulldogs.
Yeah, I know. Well, you talked top 6 before. Now top 6 is more critical.
Yeah. Well, top 6 is effectively kind of like your top 4 now because you're going to get that first week off. So that's actually a benefit. So, but yeah, I think with the Bulldogs, they've got Sam Darcy, who's an absolute gun. I think he's just going to get better and better. So if he has a even better breakout year, they could get into that top 4 position as well. They've got arguably the best midfielder in the league, Bontempelli. They're on paper, I think the Western Bulldogs, when you look at it on paper, have probably the best list, but for some reason, they just haven't performed over the last couple of years. There's something with them, but this might be the year that they actually, break out and might get up into that top 4 because I don't trust them enough still. That's why I've got them outside the top 4.
Yeah, but still good enough to come into that spot.
Yeah. So then number 7, I've got Hawthorn. So they're actually dropping down a bit from last year, and that's because I think a lot of teams they'll have a good run, maybe 1 or 2 years, and then they'll fall back, particularly with younger players. So I suspect.
I also think that Hawthorn might be a bit more of a target this year because I think they were a fraction underestimated leading into last season, and then by the time people didn't underestimate them, they'd already got their confidence up.
Yeah. And teams work other teams out. Teams will put a lot more work into Hawthorn this year as well. They'll know more about them, like you're saying. I know their game style more, and so then 8th, I've got Collingwood. My team.
Yeah,
I've got them in the top 8.
Hey, prison bars, beautiful.
Not with confidence. Like we've got a very aging list, but it's going to be great to see Pendlebury beat the game's record holder. Yeah, so that'll happen in about round 8 or 9, I think.
Yeah,
he'll become the player to play the most games ever in the AFL. It's an amazing feat. Ever. Yeah. Wow. So he'll beat Brent Harvey's record. That's pretty
amazing.
Phenomenal.
What? Sorry, I'm going to put you on the spot here. What year was roughly his debut?
I reckon it would have been probably 2008, 2009, because I actually went to his first game. Wow. That's why I kind of remember when it was.
Who was it again?
Wow.
I was against West Coast
And who won?
at the G. Collingwood won.
What was the score?
Yeah.
Of course.
I can't remember the score, but he wasn't wearing
come
number
on,
10.
mate.
I
Come
know
on, look
that.
what colour underpants he was wearing too and where he lives. It was good to see the lukewarm pies scraping in an 8.
Yeah, so it's going to really, really depend on injuries for
So
the
who have you
Pies.
got next? Yeah.
So then next I got Carlton. So they've got this guy called
wow.
Jagger Smith, who they recruit.
Yep.
They went all in on him the previous year, and he unfortunately did his ACL in the preseason. But I've been watching him in the preseason games this year. And he's an absolute gun. He's a player to watch out for. Jagger Smith. Write it down. If you guys play Supercoach, put him in your Supercoach team. He's going to be an absolute gun. And also, I think getting rid of Curnow is actually good for Carlton. That means Harry Mackay, who's their other forward, it might straighten him up a bit and give him more opportunity. And he's a big, bulky guy. So that's why I've got them making finals for the first time in a while.
Yeah.
Next, I've got.
So you get 10. It all here. You not only get predictions, but Supercoach picks. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
What are we up to? What are we up to? We're up to 10?
We're up to 10. Yeah.
So
I've got.
This is it. This is the top 10. So
it's top 10.
Top 10.
Yeah. So 10, I've got St Kilda. St Kilda has gone on a bit of a spending spree last year. They paid $2 million for Nasiah Wanganeen-Miller, who, from looking at him today, is worth every cent. He's an absolute gun. They also recruited Tom De Koning from Carlton, who's a ruckman. That's another thing changing with the AFL rules this year is how the ruck contests are done. So rucks that can jump and are more athletic, they're going to be more beneficial for the teams because you can't cross the line and you can't contest as much. So the slower, bulkier guys, they're not going to be as valuable as a ruckman anymore. So guys that are more athletic, like a Tom De Koning, they're going to be absolute guns. So for Supercoach as well, get De Koning in as your ruck. He's going to be racking up the points. So, and also they did recruit a couple of other guys. I think Liam Henry from West Coast, I think they got as well. So they've spent a lot of money, St Kilda. So I think when you spend all that money on quality, it should get you, close to the top 8. So that's why I've got them 10th. So next I have GWS Giants.
See, this is what the Red Hot Underdogs gives you. Yeah. So I was just going to say, I'm getting quite the education from Professor Groves. Predictions and an education. We're kicking goals and behinds. Sorry, you still have the floor.
That's it.
GWS, you're predicting they're dropping a lot, right?
Yeah, so the big reason I've got them not in the top 4 even is because arguably their number 1 midfielder, Tom Green, did an ACL, unfortunately, in a preseason game. So he's their inside beast. He's their number 1
It's
ball.
huge.
Yeah, he'd be up there. It's a huge loss. It's like it's similar to Errol Gulden for Sydney last year. It'd be like Collingwood losing Nick Dacos, for example. It's a huge out for the team. They have recruited Clayton Oliver, which is, in hindsight, a really good pick because Green's now done his knee. So he's a straight swap for him. But Oliver's nowhere near as good as Green. So,
sorry, in NRL terms, it's like Manly losing Tom Trbojevic. Oh, wait, that happens every season. Sorry, continue.
Every year. Now he's the captain.
Right? Yeah, I know. Let's just make him the captain as well. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, God, he's only played 2 games in the past 3 years. Yeah.
I know. Anyway, back to the AFL.
So GWS, they're kind of one of these smoky teams. They could finish top 4 if they have a good run. They could finish as low as 11th, where I've got them. I just think losing your number 1 midfielder, it's hard to recover from that. But let's see that they're going to have time on their side to adjust their midfield and their strategies and everything. But yeah, I don't know. I have a feeling they're just going to drop. So that's that one. 12th, I've got Geelong. Now, I've predicted this for about the last 10 years, but I think at some point Geelong has to fall off the cliff just due to their age profile. But it never seems to happen. But the big thing that didn't happen over the preseason, they didn't get any big. Last year they got Bailey Smith from Western Bulldogs. It was a great recruit, but they didn't pick up any big recruits over the off season. So it's kind of just a little sign, I think, that they might just dip a little bit, but a little bit like GW West, they might get up into that 8th, 9th, 10th sort of spot. But they do have they're a bit like Collingwood. They've got a very old list.
But
aging.
that's quite the dip, second from last year, like playing in the grand final.
Yeah, I know.
But
it's a big
you know
call.
what? We've seen drop-offs like this before, and particularly with aging rosters, and particularly if you're not changing the roster. So I can understand the angle from which you're coming from.
Yeah. So they do have a gun guy called Tanner Bruin, who I think will be he'll have a breakout year. But I just think their midfield's they've still got Dangerfield. It's a bit like Collingwood, like we're holding on to side bottom kind of with these guys. It only takes a couple of injuries and then it screws your side up because you don't have that, you're not playing the younger talent and they're not getting games into them. When the older guys go down, it's very hard to replace that experience. So anyway, we'll see. I've been wrong for the last 10 years, so Geelong will probably finish first.
Yeah.
So they're just that sort of club. They're such a great club. So next I've got Port Adelaide. I just think they've kind of been up there for the last probably 3 or 4 years. They've had their opportunity. Now it's time for a reset.
Yeah.
They've got Jason Horne-Francis, who he'll just get better and better. But I really can't see them. And they didn't recruit anyone big over the off season because they went all in on these players. And they've lost their coach, Ken Hinkley, so it's going to be a bit of a transitional year for Port. So it's going to take them a while to learn the new game plan from the new coach. So that's why I've got them down that low. So next I've got Melbourne for similar reasons to Port. They're going to have a big transitional year. They've got Stephen King as the new coach. They've lost Petrarca, Oliver. They nearly lost Stephen May. So they've got a big, huge change to their list and huge change to their game plan, style, everything this year.
And just one question: this isn't Stephen King to be confused by the novelist who writes horror stories.
Not
he
the horror
doesn't
guy.
do horror writing by day and coaching by weekend.
That's what he does.
No.
He writes books at nights and coaches in the day.
Stephen King, from the Book of Christine to Coaching the Demons. Very good. Versatile, if nothing else.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, continue.
Multifaceted.
Yes.
Like, if you're named after someone famous, wouldn't it be it just haunt you your whole life, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But one thing's for sure: if your name's Michael Jackson, you're not walking near any schools.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, continue.
But yeah.
Next.
So Melbourne, I've got a guy called Caleb Windsor.
Okay. So sorry.
He's due for a break it. Sorry, you guys are breaking up a bit there.
Am I breaking up or is just Drewy?
I'm here.
I think Drew is.
Yeah, Drew's breaking up a bit.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Keep it rolling. All good. No drama.
Yeah, so I've got Caleb Windsor for Melbourne. He's going to be a breakout player. Once again, if you guys are doing Supercoach, get him in your team. He's a mid defender. He's going to get heaps more minutes now that Oliver and Petrarca are gone. And they did recruit a couple of good quality midfielders from other teams. I can't remember the name of the St Kilda guy they got, but he was a previous captain of St Kilda, so they recruited him in the off season. So, but yeah, once again, it's going to be a transitional year for Melbourne. So I've got them at 14th. 15th, I've got Essendon. They're kind of in a rebuilding phase again. Well, they're kind of in a bit of a no man's land, Essendon. It's very hard to get a read on how they're going to go. If they have no injuries, they could finish, in the bottom half of the top 8. They've actually got that much talent on their list, but it's just a matter of getting through a season without having injuries. So there's a lot of question marks on Essendon in my mind. And all the Zach Merritt saga. I'm not sure if you guys heard about that. But he was the captain of Essendon and he wanted to go to Hawthorn, and Essendon refused the trade at the end of the day, which I think was a bad move. I don't think that sets a good cultural standard in your club when players want to leave, I think you just let them leave.
No, I agree. If someone wants to go, I just say, go, because it's not going to help having somebody around at the place that doesn't really, truly want to play with the club. So it brings down the morale of everybody.
Yeah, like if I'm standing next to a guy you're going into battle, I want to know he's all in. I don't want to know that he's 80% in. Yeah. He was a previous captain.
Or there because he's not allowed to go.
Yeah. And in fairness to him, he's been a very loyal servant to Essendon, but he wanted to go to Hawthorn for success. He's sick of losing. He's 30 years old, so he's probably only got 2 or 3 years left, and he wanted a three-year deal at Hawthorn. Yeah. And they wouldn't let him go. And
because
a lot of Essendon supporters said to me that was a stupid decision from the club, because it would have released a heap of cash, would have given young players opportunity, and the guy doesn't want to be there. So he's been a great servant. Let him go. Let him have some success at the end of his career. So I just think it was a
you could have bought some good guys for the future for the money 100%. That you're paying him. And at the end of the day, if you're working at the Coca-Cola factory, you don't want the guy next to you wearing a Pepsi cap. Yeah. You want him on the same side. That's
very good analogy. Yeah.
I don't know a good analogy, but it was funny.
Well, I love Pepsi, so there you go.
But you don't drink Coca-Cola. Rosie, do you really notice the difference between Pepsi and Coca-Cola?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. There's heaps.
Big difference.
Pepsi Max.
Yeah.
Pepsi Max way better than Coke Zero. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, shit's all over it. Yeah.
Big difference.
That's my opinion.
Huge. You got to be a cola connoisseur.
Okay, I guess. Yeah. I can't tell a difference.
But a lot of these players like the other kind of Coke. But anyway, continue.
Yes. Yes. There might be a few NRL boys doing a bit of Coke in Vegas at the moment.
Yeah. 7 minutes.
That's true.
Okay, yep. Okay, go. All right. 16th, I've got
That's actually plenty of
North
time.
Melbourne. Yep, North Melbourne, I've got 16th. Up and coming list. Hugely talented. They've got that much talent coming out their arse. It's not funny, but still very young. So, but I think they're ready to take that next step. They could finish as high as 11th or 12th, I think, given a good run. But yeah, they're still in that phase where they're still learning Clarkson's game plan, and with another preseason under their belt, they're going to have bigger bodies. They're going to be more ready and raring to go. So, but they don't really have a great defense yet, and I think we'll see them play a bit more defense this year rather than more of an attacking game, which they tried to do last year, and they just got smashed. So next I've got Richmond. Once again, Richmond, they're basically building from scratch, so I don't expect them to be anywhere in near the top 10. But they've basically, I think they got like 6 of the top 20 picks last year or the year before.
Yeah.
And this year they got, I can't remember who they got, but I think they got pick 5 and pick 12 or something. So they're just building a powerhouse team for probably in another 3 or 4 years' time.
Yeah.
They've recruited forwards, defenders, midfielders. They're just building a fantastic list, but for 3 or 4 years' time, not now. So,
no, for now they're still the Tiger Lilies.
Yeah. But they had their time. They had 17, 18, 19, and 20. So,
bloody oath, they had their time. You can dine out on that for a long time if you're a Tigers supporter. You cannot be complaining about where you are now. That's true.
No, definitely not. Yeah. So, and then last, I've got West Coast. They're still a basket case. Yes, they've recruited a lot better this year. They've got some more number 1 draft picks. Harley Reid will be much better this year with another preseason under his belt. But I mean, they're a long way off. They're going to be better than they were last year. They might finish 16th maybe at the most, but they're going to be the team that you love to play because you're going to beat them.
Yeah. Instant 2 or 4 points in
4 points.
AFL.
4 points.
But very good. I like your list. And see, it also showed that you weren't too biased about the out of Victorian teams, because you had the one with the wooden spoon as an out of Victorian side.
Interstate team, yes, exactly.
Interstate team, that's true. But mate, I love your list. I particularly love your number 2 selection.
I thought you might like that.
Yeah, I do.
Rosie, we still got 4 minutes and 40 seconds.
Okay, Brownlow prediction.
Brownlow.
Yeah,
Brownlow prediction.
Why not?
and this is not because I'm a Collingwood supporter. I genuinely believe Nick Dacos should win it, but also deserves to win it. He's been one of the most consistent, along with Bontempelli over the last couple of years. So besides Dacos, it would be Bontempelli, and who else?
I'm going for Will Ashcroft. How's that?
Ashcroft, yeah, Ashcroft could come up, but yeah, they're probably my top two. Would be Bontempelli and Dacos. I think are going to be right up there.
Very good. See, look, with the professor, it's always an education. We've got predictions, we've got Super Coach, we've got Brownlow. Yep. The Norm Smith's a bit hard to do because we don't have a grand final right till the very end, so I won't put you on the spot for that one, but I love the rest of it.
Yeah.
Grovesy, what about this new team, Tasmania?
Yes.
What do you reckon? Like, because they're starting a new team in a state where they're already AFL mad. Is that mad? I mean, are they going to get any more fans?
Yeah, no, I think they will. Because they've had Hawthorn and North Melbourne down in Tasmania for about the last decade and a bit. Yeah. And the fans turn up the games, and they're footy mad down there. The big contentious issue is building the stadium in Hobart, which is going to have like a closed roof.
Yeah.
It's going to cost a shitload of money, and a lot of the people in Tasmania are concerned about how much it's going to cost per capita, because it's not a huge population down there.
Yeah.
But I think if Hobart wants to truly become forget about football, Hobart wants to become an international city, they need to get a decent stadium. And you're going to get acts like Ed Sheeran, Metallica, those guys will go down and play gigs there. If they've got a closed roof stadium, they can fit 30,000, 40,000 people in it. So I think from a purely entertainment point of view, it'll be good for the Tasmanian economy. More people want to go down and watch games. The thing is, you don't want to be sitting in the middle of Hobart in the middle of winter in 5 degrees pissing down rain. If I'm inside with a roof shut, I'll be more willing to fly down and go, I'll go and have a look around the Cadbury factory, go watch a game of footy, and then fly back. Yeah. I'm not going to sit there and get pissed on and catch cold. So sport is an entertainment industry now. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. The entire Tasmanian family will all buy into the Devils, and they 100%. Are literally all family in that state. They're all related, and they will buy in. And I think it'll be a huge success. So I'm really looking forward to Tasmania joining.
I'm excited about it too,
Why I said that, Grovesy, is, and we only got 2 minutes to go, but rugby league is going to Perth, where nobody supports rugby league in Perth. AFL is going to Tasmania, and everybody supports AFL in Tasmania. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this is chalk and cheese. These decisions, they couldn't be more opposite.
But I think the NRL, like we've talked about previously, they're going to Perth to expand the NRL and the AFL. They're a business. They're about growing. So they're going to Perth to open up a new market. So, and there's a lot of expat English and South Africans that. They might not like AFL, but they might like watching rugby league because it's close to rugby union, those type of people. They might jump on board.
Yeah. The Tasmanian team, it's more of a sure shot certainty than the Perth one, because essentially the Perth one is like Perth 2.0. They've already done the Western Reds and it didn't work out. This is a gamble. If this doesn't work out, it's cactus for Western Australia. They'll never do it a third time. At least with Tasmania, it's the first time. There'll be a bit of trepidation in the NRL, given the fact that it didn't work the first time with Perth.
You're not going to believe it, guys. That's cactus for us.
Beautiful. No worries. Thanks, Professor Grove.
Bring on the footy.
We're not worthy. Beautiful.
No worries.
Pies 2026.
Go Pies. Go Pies.
Go the Swannies.
Maybe we have to go Swan,
Swannies got more chance.